Hey, I'm Kevin from Gear to Go Outfitters. Today we're talking about trekking poles. We do rent both men's and women's. The only difference really is on the women's poles, it's going to be a little shorter pole, so if it's on your backpack, it kind of fits the women's backpack. And also the grip's going to be a little smaller. Other than that, really no difference. And if you are a rather tall woman, maybe taller than 5'9", probably best to go with the men's anyway, just for the length of it, because the women's poles are, again, a little shorter. First of all, great to use is actually an NIH study, a National Institute of Health study that shows they reduce wear and tear on your knees and hips by 25% on the downhills. So I've been using them since I was in my 20s. I don't have knee and hip problems. I don't want knee and hip problems, so definitely use trekking poles. We rent Leki trekking poles, and this is the cork light. There is a, on the strap, you'll see an L and an R. Just, really easy. R is not registered trademark. So left and right, just the grip's a little more ergonomic for that side. So I'm gonna grab the left pole over here and just drop the right pole by my side. And how we adjust these is that we want to adjust all three sections so that your forearm's kind of parallel to the ground as you're walking with the poles. Keep in mind if you're going uphill, you're gonna shorten them, downhill, you're gonna extend them. That's kind of the overall goal with trekking poles. There is a stop max point over here. Now you don't want to go past, they will break, and they'll break at the worst possible time. You're going downhill where you're needing them for support, and they break. So be aware of that stop max section. If you are traveling with them, it's great to be able to take them all apart. And there are some TSA travel restrictions on carry-on luggage, but you can definitely put them in your backpack or in your regular luggage in the cargo hold. So, but this definitely makes them smaller, so they'll fit in more luggage. So let's reassemble them over here. Now what I generally do is I'll kind of adjust them in the morning, and I'll kind of leave the lower section set. So I'm going to set this at 120. And this section I'll kind of adjust throughout the day. Unless I need a really big adjustment, this should kind of hold me through the day. And the strap over here, if you need to make it shorter or longer, you just grab this, pop up. So it kind of raises up, and I can make it shorter, I can make it longer, whatever I need, and then just pop back down. The top of the handle is actually dimpled, so you can actually palm it if you need a little extra, downhill, you need a little extra length going downhill over a boulder or something like that, or you don't really need to, it's only a quick extra downhill. You don't need to extend the poles, you just kind of palm it and you're good to go. Normally you do want to put your hand through the straps, and it kind of gives you some support, and also you don't lose them that way. But yeah, we're going to kind of just focus on the proper length over here. So this is about it. See how my arm is roughly parallel to the ground, so I'm getting some good support from them. If I was going uphill, I would then shorten them to adjust the terrain. It's a little smaller now, so it kind of fit in. And if I was going downhill, I'd extend them, but not past stop max. You do have a flex tip over here. This is a carbide tip. It's like a suction cup on the rocks. And if you do get it jammed into something, it's going to bend like a few degrees, maybe 10 degrees or so, 15 degrees before it actually breaks off. So you should be fine there. Sort of a mud basket. Keeps this from going in all the way. Easy on, easy off. Now, if you are using trekking poles in the wintertime with your snowshoes, we do, at no extra cost, we'll change out the baskets to what's called a snowflake basket, or more of a snowshoe basket. Same poles, just different basket. Just, going to give you a little more support on the snow. I won't just kind of post hole through with each step, but just kind of in the notes section when you check out, let us know you want to use the snowflake basket instead of the regular mud basket.